Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for today I'm going to show you how to make many different cookies using one dough. And for the dough that we're going to be using, it's a sugar cookie dough, and this recipe is perfect for making with your kids or your nieces and nephews or your grandchildren. So let's just get started. So I doubled this recipe, so I'm going to leave all the ingredients listed under. That way you guys know how much to make if you just want to make a single portion of this recipe. So the first thing I did was go in with my butter, and I creamed it for about 30 seconds before I went in with my sugar. And then I'm going to add my baking powder as well as some salt, and I'm going to cream this all together until it is light and fluffy. That's what you want it to look like. And we're just going to scrape down the sides before we move on to our eggs. So I'm going to go in with my 2 whole eggs as well as some vanilla extract. You can be pretty creative with this part. If you like almond extract or lemon extract, go right ahead and add that in, make it a little different. And then I'm just going to whip all of that together before moving on to my flour. I'm also going to switch from my whisk attachment to my bread handle attachment. I believe that's what it's called. Just because the whisk is just not going to be strong enough to mix all the flour together. And then we're just going to beat it until all the ingredients are combined and you get this sort of crumbly dough. Kind of similar to like sand or, I don't know, drawn out clay. And then we're going to separate it into 3 bowls. You don't have to be super precise, just eyeball this. And then we're going to take 1 extra bowl and then divide one of those thirds in half. And we're doing this because we are going to color these 2 halves. So the first one I went ahead and colored it red. Honestly, this food dye, it took a lot of it to get it to a semi-red color. And then I kind of kneaded it a bit just to get it really mixed in there. And then I set it aside, and I did the same thing with the green dough. Okay, and then I just knead that together as well, and then I set that all aside. So as you see there, I did roll one of the other bowls of dough, and I'm going to leave that one plain. And then for the last one, I chopped up some white chocolate. I use molding chocolate, but you can go ahead and use white chocolate chips or dark chocolate chips, whatever you feel like. And I'm just going to mix that together with some cranberries. I just used my hands, and then I just kneaded it together on the countertop just to make it into another round ball like the other ones. And then I'm going to wrap these and I'm going to leave them in the fridge to let them chill for a couple hours. I left mine in the fridge a little too long, so when I took them out and tried to work with them, it was a little bit hard. If that happens, I would suggest taking them out of the fridge, letting them sit for 10-15 minutes, and then working with them. So anyways, with the power of editing, they're all chilled. And I'm going to start with the green dough and the red dough. I'm just going to roll them out into nice rectangles. And then I'm going to go ahead and layer them on top of each other. I didn't have any parchment paper, and I would have preferred to roll out the green one on parchment paper to make it easier to transfer. So if you have some, do that. If you're like me and have none, just cut them into smaller pieces and layer them on top. It's just going to make it easier to transfer, and then just give it a light roll. And as you can see there, that's when my first idea failed and I decided to go with a plan B. So I separated 1/3 and I basically mixed it together and I just set it aside, and then I re-rolled out the layered dough just so it was a little better. And then I'm going to roll out all of those crumbly bits that we set aside, and it's going to make a marbled dough. And then I went ahead and cut out some rounds in the layered dough to make some cool coins, and I cut some flower shapes into the marbled dough to make really cute little cookies. And this is the part that the little children love to do the most. And then I set those all on a baking sheet, and I baked these in the oven at 375 for 7 minutes. With any leftover dough, I just took some sprinkles and mixed it in there. And then as you see, when I rolled it out, it made it turn like a cool orangey color. And I just cut those out into some circles and again place those on the baking sheet to cook with the rest. Moving on to the plain dough, I'm going to take another baking sheet and I'm going to make little round balls about the size of a quarter. And then when I'm all done with that, I'm going to make little divots in the center of each one. I just press it down with my thumb and then I kind of mold the cookie dough around it just so that there's no big cracks. And basically it's going to make these little tiny nests. And we're going to go ahead and do that with the rest. Okay, taking any jam of your choice, I use an apricot jam. I just gave it a thorough mix and then I'm going to gently spoon in a dollop into the center of each nest. And we're going to be making some thumbprint cookies with this batch of the sugar cookie dough. Now we're moving on to the last dough, which is the cranberry white chocolate dough. And again, I just made these into little balls about a 1/4 inch thick, and then I flattened them out using the palm of my hand. And at this point, I was so tired of making cookies, but I powered through because this was the last batch. And we're gonna bake these ones for 8 minutes. So the first batch, the colored dough, we did for 7. The second batch we did for 10 minutes, and these ones we're gonna bake for 8 minutes. And these are the finished thumbprint cookies. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get some icing sugar, and I'm gonna do a light dusting over all of them because I thought they could look a little prettier, and icing sugar makes everything look a little bit prettier. And there you have it, guys. That completes how to make many different cookies using one dough. I hope you guys like this. This definitely gives you a lot of room to be creative and think of some new things on the spot, because I definitely had to figure some stuff out as I went along to make things work better. But I had a lot of fun filming this for you guys, and let me know what you guys want to see in the new year, because this concludes the Christmas videos of 2018. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I upload every Monday and Thursday, and I want to know what you guys want to see, so just let me know below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!